Hey guys, Travis Daggett with Cornerstone Properties, talking today about vacant houses. Excuse me, if your house is vacant and the kinds of things to be aware of, maybe be concerned about, things you can do. First thing, probably the biggest problem people have with a vacant house this time of year in the winter is frozen pipes and broken and bursting pipes. So a lot of times people don't think about that. Maybe you moved out of a house, or maybe it was a rental and it's vacant, and that first freeze hits. Of course, this depends on the part of the country, but here in Oregon, that can happen in December, if not before. So oftentimes we've gone out to look at a vacant house to purchase it, and one of the things that we test is, of course, we need to know about broken pipes and the utilities, the electricity, the plumbing. So just to give you an example of a few times, so we turned on the water to the house and heard it sounded like someone spraying a hose against a wall, and found out it was coming from the kitchen. Opened up the cabinet doors under the kitchen sink, water was spraying everywhere. Broken pipe because it was frozen. Another house, it was the faucet on the outside of the house, and it started leaking behind the siding. Sometimes it's underneath the house. There's all kinds of places and problems. Underneath the house, the water can be spraying up, in addition to everywhere else, but it could be spraying up to the subfloor. So the bottom line with broken pipes is water damage. And so it can do extensive water damage to floors and other surfaces. And if you don't know about it, of course, can lead to rot. Not a good thing. So if you do have a vacant house, it's going to be important to winterize it right away. So that means getting all the water, turning off the water at the main, and then getting all the water out so you don't have that problem, and or insulating the pipes. Now, if you don't have, or if you have a property that you're not wanting to keep, it's vacant or maybe recently vacant, and you don't want to keep it, that's a good time to sell it. Now, again, if you're going to want to sell it, it's kind of the more traditional or conventional way through an agent. That's probably going to take longer. It's going to involve a process of listing it and showing it and going through inspections and appraisals and that type of thing, which gives more of an opportunity for that kind of damage if you don't want to do those things. So that's where companies like ours, or our company and companies like ours, can provide a service if you want to get rid of the vacant property right away, not have to deal with any of those types of things. So if you have any questions or you have a property like that, feel free to give us a call anytime. Probably the second biggest problem with vacant properties is squatters. So this can also be a big problem in the winter because it's cold and wet outside. Depends on what area of the country, but it's colder and wetter usually in the winter. So people can have a problem with that. We've run into that many times with vacant properties. Sometimes it seems like there's kind of an underground network of people knowing and finding out about properties. If the utilities are off, meaning there's no running water, people can't flush toilets, people are living in there, you can use your imagination, but it's not good. Doesn't smell good at all. So that's something to be concerned about too, or be aware of. Part of securing the property, preventing people from getting in there. And again, depending on your state, Oregon, for example, is very friendly to renters, to people even that are squatting. There's something called squatters' rights, where if people are squatting in somebody's house for a certain period of time, then you have to go through a legal process to get rid of them. Not a good situation. So again, something sometimes people don't think about. They have a property go vacant. Maybe it was a rental or they move. And one thing, people just kind of get caught up with moving or new jobs, or there was a death or a divorce or something. And next thing you know, they have things like broken pipes. They have people living in the house that they don't want there. The neighbors are not happy, generally. So again, that's something that if you'd like to sell a property quickly or sooner rather than later, we may be able to help you. So please contact us to see if we can. Hope that helps, provides some useful information. I'm Travis Daggett with Cornerstone Properties, signing off.